Hello friends, collectors, this is Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. So back in the day, I had a Wii. I bought it about 3 to 5 years after it came out. I went to GameStop and I said, what's a cheap system I can buy new? And they had some Wiis and I decided to buy one, and then I bought used games and had a lot of fun with it. Later in life, I used the Wii Fit to lose about 50 pounds, which was great. So it does work and it does improve your balance, and it is actually a gem of a game. So it got me thinking, should I go through my Wii collection and show you guys what games I had? And I said to myself, why not? These are all of the pre-owned games that I owned when I used to play the Wii, and I still have them. I always bought them in a box with a manual, so I consider them to be collectibles. Let's have some fun. We're going to go through them together.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
First game here, Big Brain Academy. I liked games like this. They're just fun. They had the Wii remote controller and they weren't that hard to get into, and they'd track your score. That was one thing about Wii, is it was one of the first systems to have online access, and you could download games. There was some interactions with other players in the forms of polls, and the Mii, the character that you created for yourself would represent you in the Wii community. And there were games like Big Brain Academy that you could track your score and save it on your profile and all of that and try to get better. So I enjoyed those games. That's why I bought this one. Nothing else too great about it. You can see it does have pictures of the little Miis on the front here. So this game came out in 2007, so 18 years ago. This is what it looks like on the inside. That's actually a pretty big instruction booklet for a pretty simple game. Look at that. Look at all those pages, and it has kind of yellowed. No, it hasn't yellowed. It's just yellow on the inside. Oh, that's great. It's in English and then in Spanish, French. It just has a number of languages inside, which is why the instruction booklet is bigger. Find out something new about my collectibles every day. And again, like I said, in good condition, Big Brain Academy. Second one here, SimAnimals. I was intrigued. I decided to try SimAnimals. I wanted to see primarily if you could create different types of animals with different heads and bodies and legs and that sort of thing, and have an exotic, farm where you had all that, and you can't. It's much more simple than that, if I remember correctly. This one came out in 2008. I didn't get too into it. I just bought it and played it for a little bit, and then I think I put it aside. But let's take a look at this one. Yeah, much smaller instruction book. Here's the disc itself, SimAnimals. Next one, Wii Fit Plus. This is the one, like I said, that helped me lose a lot of weight. It was really, really consequential, to my health, and being a healthy person and trying to take care of myself. That can be hard when you're a man in your 40s, and Wii Fit helped me the first time I went through that in my 30s. And lots of fun games. It's more than just exercises. There's bike riding. There's, different games with martial arts and sticks and slicing fruits and all kinds of different things that come up as playable things, and they have different goals, and then when you do the goals it unlocks other levels, and they keep it really, really fun. So groundbreaking, probably one of the greatest games of all time if you really think about it in that way. Wii Fit Plus, and of course I have it in immaculate shape with the instruction book. Next one, Data East Classics. Bought this one new, it says, when I bought it for $19.99. However, no, that was a different one. I was thinking of one later on that the disc was different than what I bought it. But this one was legit. It is Data East Arcade Classics. It has Bad Dudes, Lock and Chase, Caveman Ninja, Burger Time, Heavy Barrel, just a lot of the arcade games as a kid. And I remember as a kid, you'd play these games and you said, I wish that I had unlimited quarters, because they were designed so that there would be no way to beat it on one quarter unless you were a master. And then you'd have to put in another quarter to get extra lives and to keep continuing. But the game would let you continue endlessly until you beat it. And he always said, I wish I had endless quarters. And that's what this is endless quarters. So in that age, when you grew up, that's what they did, is they put the games out and they said, here's your endless quarters. You just press the A button for another life and you keep going, and you can finally beat arcade perfect versions of the games you played as a child. This is the inside of it. Really good looking disc and good looking manual there. And this one came out in 2007. Bully Scholarship Edition. This one was more expensive, I believe. Well, not that much more expensive, but it was a more involved game. And the fun fact about this game is this is a Rockstar game. This is one of the first releases of the company that now makes Grand Theft Auto. So I thought I'd buy the Bully and see if I liked it. I didn't get very far. I don't think I had that much patience later in life to really try to figure a game out, which is why I don't play video games anymore, is because they're way too complicated for me and I don't have the time in my day to, invest in learning a video game. So this was about my max. I tried to get into Bully. This alone took too much of a starting point, so I didn't play this one for very long, but it was a pretty good game if I remember correctly. Like I said, the first Rockstar game, and this one came out in 2006. And let's look at the inside. You got the manual. Ooh, there's a poster. That's pretty cool. That's in good shape. And a really good looking manual, so that's kind of nice. I'll have to make sure I remember I have that. And of course, the disc itself. Next one, Pinball Hall of Fame. This was the one that I was disappointed. I bought it, I brought it home, and they gave me the wrong disc. And I always said to myself, I'm going to go back to GameStop and exchange it out, and I never did. But this one was supposed to have these pinball games on it: Black Knight, Firepower, Funhouse, Gorgar, Pinbot, Space Shuttle, Taxi, Whirlwind, Jive Time, and Sorcerer. Pinbot, Whirlwind, those are games I played as a kid. Funhouse, those were great games from the Williams collection, and I was really excited. I got home, the disc actually had some really much earlier games, some very vintage games on it. So the Gottlieb collection is what I got instead as my disc. So I will forever remember GameStop screwing that up and not giving me the right pinball collection. Trauma Center, Second Opinion. I thought this one would be really interesting and fun to play because it's a game about being a surgeon. You're operating on your patients, and that's how you get evaluated. And I remember thinking I was going to love it. Like, it was going to be so cool to, have the virtual scalpel and things and test my, dexterity and all that. And it's okay, but if I remember correctly, it's more about memorization of what you need to do for the procedure, and then you just do things in order, and then you move on to the next one. But pretty cool concept for a game. I think it was overrated, but definitely worth a play regardless. And this one came out in 2006. You can see the instruction booklet and the disc there. And there's the front of the box and the back of the box. Brunswick Pro Bowling. I was so excited about this one. I am a bowler myself. I've gotten 10 strikes out of 12. I've never gotten a perfect game, but I have been bowling since I was 4 years old, and love it. Love the sport. It's a lifelong sport, although now with my back, I have a hard time doing it as often as I used to. But I bought this thinking that it was going to be a bowling simulator because it's made by the PBA, and I was hoping that I could bowl with Pete Weber, and I could bowl with Amleto Monticelli and Norm Duke, and I could be those guys and emulate their styles. And it fell short of that. I mean, there are ways to get strikes on it, but the way to get a strike on this game is not the same as the way you get a strike in real bowling, which is what a bowling simulator should be. But it's more of a, it's a cool bowling game. It's all right. It's fun. You can upgrade your balls. You can have different hook and different, gloves and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool, but definitely fell short of what I was hoping. And it does have an instruction booklet. It does have a nice looking blue disc there, and there's the back. Let me see if it says any of the bowlers you can bowl against. Doesn't even mention them by name. If I remember correctly, they say their names, but they don't actually show them on screen. I think you bowl against Pete Weber, but you just see his score. Anyway, if I'm wrong in that, leave a comment and let me know, but PBA Pro Bowling. Next one of the most amazing games of all time, Tiger Woods. Any of the Tiger Woods golf games are incredible. I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan. I just love the story. I love the comeback. I love the Masters when he finally won it again in 2019, I think. And I rewatched that Masters many, many times, even though it's 5 hours long, because it is just so magical when he comes back. And, which hole is it? The short hole with the bridge and the body of water, and Molinari and Finau both hit it into the water, and Tiger goes for the middle of the green and doesn't even crack an expression, just walks to the green and puts it in and says, I'm the king, I'm still the master of the masters. And just really inspiring as an older man myself, working around younger folks, being like, I've got some mastery of this, don't mess with me, I know what I'm doing. So Tiger Woods, you can see the back, just a really good golf game, so much fun. The inside here, special bonus, all the inserts, the game itself. I did play this one for quite a while, and I won a few tournaments on it, felt really good. Tiger Woods 2010. Next one, I was on a quest for a really good tennis simulator because I play tennis. So this was one I tried, Topspin 4. It has Andre Agassi on the front. It has Rafael Nadal. And is that Serena Williams? I don't know. But it has 3 of the top stars on the front. And Andre Agassi is a star from when I was younger. So I figured this is going to be a cool, sponsored game. It has pictures. You can see that's obviously Nadal there, so you can play against them. I thought, man, that's going to be amazing. And I used to play tennis, so I know how to do the top spin, and it's going to be on the remote. It's going to translate to that, and it's going to be so much fun. And it's a cool game, but again, it just falls a little short. And I think some of the reason it falls short is just because I was expecting so much from it. But still cool. This one came out in 2011? So this one was later on. It's a 2K Sports game too. But it's Topspin 4 from 2K Sports. Let's look at the inside. Really nice looking manual and disc there. That's the back. And moving on, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but this is the Nintendo Selects version, so this is not the original. It is the original game, but they re-released them as a Select because I wanted to buy it new. I think I could still buy new Wii games when I bought this. This one came out in 2006. I don't know if that's the original or the re-release in 2006, but that's what it says on the back. Any Zelda game is great. I got only so far in it though, and then again, I just lost my patience. I didn't want to use any cheats, and I couldn't figure out where it was going, so I gave up on it, but I could tell it was a great game if you did want to take the time to immerse yourself in it. Let's look at the inside. Beautiful as you'd expect from a Zelda game. That's the back. Just really, really cool game. Need for Speed Nitro. This is the first Need for Speed custom built for the Wii, which means that it had some special things with driving on the remote, or it was made specifically for that interface. This is a good game. This one's fun. I remember playing this one when I got it. I think I bought it new, and just tricking out the games with Nitro, the cars with the Nitro and all that stuff. There was the Fast and the Furious, there's the Need for Speed. That whole thing was big around this time, so I thought I'd cash in and play a game that made me feel like Vin Diesel. You can see the insides. There's the back. Need for Speed. Probably the favorite Wii game I own, NBA Jam. Loved this. Love this game. Unlocked all kinds of the playables. I was always Larry Legend. Larry Legend, Larry Bird, Boston Celtic, shooting the threes. LeBron's in here. I mean, come on. This is a great, great game. So much fun. Makes me want to play it again. But I haven't put it in the machine in a while. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll show you my Wii setup really quickly so you can see where I play them now, when I play them. Which is not very often, but I do still have it set up. This one's 2010, EA Sports, NBA Jam. There's the inside and the back. Next one, beat this game. We knew Super Mario Brothers, did everything I could in it. Just every Super Mario game is so good. Nintendo just, this is the reason Nintendo is great, is Super Mario Brothers. All of those games stand the test of time. It's a perfect balance of fun, adventure, and skill. It's easy enough, you know you can beat it if you put enough time in, but difficult enough that if you go back to it, it's always a little bit harder than you remember it. So, love the Super Mario Brothers series. This was a highlight because it went back to the 2D scrolling, which I thought was a mistake when they went away from that in N64. I know people love that version, but I never liked it. I always liked the 2D versions so much better, maybe because my first memory of Super Mario Brothers is playing it at a bowling alley and just falling in love with it on one quarter. This one is 2009. There's the back. Of course, the red cover in good condition. I bought it new. Beautiful, beautiful inside. Love this game. Only two left. We'll go this one next, is Grand Slam Tennis. I bought this one new off eBay because I wanted another tennis game to try because I didn't like Topspin 4. I was hoping this one was better because it does have John McEnroe with big hair, and it has, oh my God, I can't remember his name, the greatest of all time. Federer. Has Federer on the front here too. And the Williams sisters. So Grand Slam Tennis, really great game here. And I say really great game. I don't remember it being exemplary, but I think it was a little more fun than Topspin 4. A little bit more of an arcade style, which you can tell on the front. They have more of a caricature. Ooh, it's probably in my Wii because the game's not here. And then I've got the instruction book there. Last game I own. Who would have thunk? Dun dun dun! Smackdown vs. Raw on Wii with John Cena, Undertaker, Edge, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, 2010. It's got the WWE hologram. I bought this one hoping to play it, but also more just as I wanted to have a WWE game in my collection. It's CollectAWrestlePalooza. I had to. It was okay, you know. I never really understood the wrestling games for Wii because I was hoping it would be more on the controller, but it's actually more of an arcade style, or, you know, wrestling games. I think people love this game, but I didn't really get into it all that much, but still love having the container, having the box art, and having it on my shelf. You can see the insides there. And that's the collection. Let's go upstairs. I'm going to show you where I play those games. So this is the setup. I'm actually really happy with it. You can see they got the Wii on a shelf right there. I've got all the cords really nice and neat. And then it goes through, there's the sound bar. That's an SNES Classic. I made that little stand. I wanted the front washers to look like gold coins to hold it in place. I don't know if you heard Ivan meowing there. Hey buddy, what's going on? Yep, there he is. We're coming, bud. And then there is the TV. Gotta love it. This is the Wii. This is where I play. Have some fun this week. Be good to yourself. This is CollectAWrestlePalooza. We'll see you again soon.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.